Okay, some of the extra stuff. First place we're going to go is the Epsilon Homework website. Again, that's the original address to get to the school's website is spencerportschools.org. This is the Spencerport. All right, stop. This is the Spencerport Central School District website. Just wanted to show you guys where you could get to the homework stuff, and you get a bunch of information about what's going on in class. So we go to Cosgrove Middle School, and over here on the left side, it'll say something about homework. There we go. Nope, homework teacher pages. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Homework teacher pages. And we're going to scroll down to social studies, Deserto. Even though I teach 7th grade this year, they haven't fixed this yet. Now, this is going to be the homework for the entire Epsilon team. So you have one-stop shopping when you come and get your students' homework. You got Miss Monicalvo's homework right there. They should know, the kids should know what class color they are. Same thing with Mr. Lennon. I don't know what his numbers are for that. Mrs. Fish's is a little bit screwy looking here, but she doesn't have anything written down for individual classes other than they need their supplies today. For my classes, it's right there. Social studies, class number 1's homework, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. I know what you're thinking. Wow, what really clever class names, right? But that's where we are. Now, for class number 1, their homework was to start planning our 9/11 memorial. I have a link to that, to the wiki page that we use, which is my wiki page. Also, I have it down here. So I try to put as many links in here as possible because I do there's a lot of stuff online. The next extra thing is a link to my social studies wiki pages that we use in class periodically and are pretty good, I think, for some extra work to do and some extra stuff and extra support for home. It's a good place to get started if you're home and you're pulling your hair out about something. This is my social studies wiki page. You can get to it by typing the address Deserto, DESERTO, ss.pbworks.com, and then this is what you will see. This is what they call the front page. And it has an enormous amount of information. The front page itself is, I got some movie trailers for some extra credit that students can do. Anything they want to do, you just kind of read up on what's going on here. I have a link to the textbook at home. I have a link to some 7th grade class materials. Don't go to that. I'm going to be getting rid of that fairly soon. A link to a video on 9/11, since that's what we've been talking about now. I don't show that one in class. That's a little bit tough there. A link to the current events wiki page. So between the homework website at spencerportschools.org and this page right here, you have access to a tremendous amount of information about what your students seeing every day in school. The different pages are over here in the Navigator section. The page that we were working on Monday at school was this one right here. They're going to be making a memorial for 9/11. But to get a background on what memorials are all about, I gave them, these things here. We went over them. We talked a little bit about each memorial, what it was signifying, the materials that were used, different things like that. That's all in those blurbs that you see up here, and different things, what makes the different memorials kind of important. I also have some other things. In most classes, I did not get a chance to get to this, but if they want to kind of go through and look at all of these different memorials, these questions down here are questions that they're going to need to answer eventually about the memorial that they create. I have a few more links here. I'm all about the links. And down here at the very bottom, this is if they stick through it. I grew up downstate. I used to go to the New York City when the Twin Towers were up. As we'll see from the pictures here, I took pictures from the South Tower, the observation deck there. So I added these in here. And last but certainly not least, This picture here is special to me. That's the 7 truck. That's the company that my cousin Joe Deserto was or is the chauffeur for. No, I should say was. He's retired now. Thankfully, he did not. He was not working that day. This man right here, Vinny Princicata, switched shifts with my cousin Joe, so my cousin Joe could be home and get his daughter on the school bus that morning. And Vinny took a shift, and Vinny went into the South Tower, and none of these guys from 7 Truck here, including Vinny, made it to the end of the day. They all perished. Unfortunately. So that's you know, some extra stuff that I usually don't get to with most of the classes. Again, some of the other pages, I do 7th grade and 8th grade, so when you're looking up here at the different pages, just kind of make sure that you're on the right spot. Or if a kid wants to do a little extra, or is interested in something a little extra history-wise, knock themselves out. I mean, if they want to spend some extra time doing some stuff here on the website that's not 7th grade, I am okay with that. That's fine and dandy. They can see what they got coming at them for next year. So we got, as you can see here, lots and lots and lots of different stuff here. The 7th grade stuff, all the 7th grade pages are labeled 7th grade. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Hopefully this one's good. I didn't even really think this out. It's about obviously about the Constitution. So we have some cartoons and some other stuff that we'll be doing. Sometimes I will put in links to the lessons that we're doing. The presentation that I just did, the little movie that I made for the open house, I'm kind of excited that I might be able to actually do some of the lessons in class and record them and put them up here, so if a kid was absent, if they wanted to reinforce it, they want to study for a test, that'd be crazy cool. I also have different movies in. Hey, Schoolhouse Rock, How a Bill Becomes a Law. If you're old enough to know that, you're old enough to have kids in 7th grade. Actually, you might be too young if you have kids in 7th grade. But as you can see here, I got a lot of extra stuff in here. Sometimes I use the stuff in class, sometimes I don't. Okay, but it's all pretty decent, good stuff there. All right, so that's desertoss.pbworks.com. That'll get you to the front page, and then you can navigate your way around this. This is my website. You can look at it, you can go through it, but you can't add anything to it. That's something else that we'll be doing with the current events page. Okay, and that's it for the Social Studies wiki page. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, the last extra thing I have is a quick little thing about walking around. I'll do a room walk around so you can see where things are in the room and stuff like that. When your child comes into class, they will see right off the bat the homework board that has the homework for their particular class that day. There is going to be a warm-up on the smartboard that they need to follow. The first thing on there is always write your homework in your agenda. The homework, again, is over there. They copy it in their agenda, and then they do the rest of the stuff that they need to do there. In this particular case, they wrote down the website address for the wiki page. They took one of the interview questions, which by today or tonight you should have seen, and they asked you some questions about it. Then they write some information down in their spiral notebook. In this particular case, it's just whatever they knew about 9/11, because we're trying to get that memorial done here, and I'm trying to teach them a little bit about what's going on that day. This is the room, the rest of the room. I have newspapers back here, old library discards of history books, any back class papers and stuff, that's all back here. I don't have very many right now, but I will. Makeup tests and quizzes. Yes, they can do makeup tests and quizzes. Anything that they can do, I leave right there. They just come in. Mr. Zerto can do a makeup test. Grab it. I'll leave that stuff there, whatever they need. Want to do some extra credit? I got some stuff right there. Sometimes I have stuff printed out ahead of time. They can always, a student can always come to me and say, I want to do extra credit, Mr. Zerto. We can always create some assignment that they can do for extra credit. And this is my shelf O history, which you should be able to see at open house. It'll be here. Thanks for hanging in to the very bitter end here. I will have a blooper reel maybe available. It will have the other 500 ums that I said that I actually cut out because there were a lot of them, and there were a lot that made the final cut, but there was even more that hit the floor. That's it. Thank you very much. And again, if there's anything that you need from me, you contact me at jdeserto.spenceport.schools.org. I'd be completely thrilled to hear from you. All right. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.